It's always important to say how we end up checking out certain places here in London. Sometimes I see them on social media, and sometimes it's by mistake. And this is what happened today. It was definitely by mistake because we forgot to get off the bus in time. And we said, okay, we're gonna just go, and the next available place we're gonna get off where we can get another bus to get to the place where we wanted to go. So we were going, and I was looking through the window and I saw at Dalston station, exactly across Dalston station, I saw something. I did not know the name of it, but when I looked at it, I used to live in that area. And when I looked at it, I realized that many blog posts are talking about the place, but they always mentioned it as a beer garden. And for that, you need, it's obviously an open space, a beer garden. And somehow I get the impression that it's sort of like a rooftop garden, beer garden. So I said, okay, this sort of thing is for summer, and this is London, UK. So you get summer maybe a couple of weeks if you're lucky in a year. So it's basically, it was on my list, but at the very end of my list, to be honest. And I said, okay, we missed our stop, and obviously we're gonna miss out on something else we're not gonna get in time, so might as well do something this afternoon. So I said, let's get off the bus, everybody, let's get off the bus, and we're gonna check out this place at Dalston, exactly across Dalston station. I have very unique experiences with the restaurants, with the coffee bars in Dalston area. So I did not even think about it for a second. Not a single place in Dalston is a letdown. It just simply, the weather was not good for it. But today was actually a good weather. And I said, okay, let's check out this rooftop garden with beer and stuff. It was quite early for a beer, to be honest. So we got off and we walked up to the doors. And when we were walking up, several people entered the premises, and I said, okay, so this is big days and so many people going in. It's definitely a good sign. So we want to be here. And we entered. And it's a magical place. This is not a rooftop place. It's a garden, but it's like, if you like Lord of the Rings, it's like you can have a beer in a set of Lord of the Rings. It's like, it's a wonderful garden. Wonderful garden with tulips, and you see that every single plant is taken care of properly. For me, it's very Eastern European, because where I'm from, Hungary, we have lots of campsite like this. So when you grow up, when you're going through the education system in Eastern Europe, once or twice a year, you going with a class to a places like this. So if you want to have like an Eastern European day, then you start at Barbican, and then in the afternoon you move on to this place. And I checked out the name. It's called Dalston Curve Garden, and it's a fantastic place. Definitely we're gonna be there, we're gonna be back. I love the crowd as well. I love the scene, I love the crowd, and the people. We ended up not ordering beer, but coffee, because that was a long day, actually, weekday. Lots of meetings and planning out and get things done. So we decided to have a strong coffee instead. And the staff were having a chat, One of them asked if what time are we closing today, and the other one said 6 o'clock. And the other guy said, then why you wrote 8 outside, that we're closing at 8 o'clock? Because we're gonna be beaten up. It was so funny, this conversation between the staff front of me. I said I really like the vibe here. So next to the bar, there is a real chimney. So probably they making pizza there. Really cool. There is a glass house. It's written it's for staff and volunteers. And obviously, when you have a garden like this, a huge garden like this, you need a lot of people to take care of it. And they do. It's a perfect place. You know, I spend a lot of time in Kew Garden. I love gardens. I really love gardens, and this gonna be on the top of my list. Dalston Curve Gardens. The vibe, the uniqueness of the place. And when you go around, you really feel like you're not in London. It's like some sort of campsite, and every single person is like it's radiating this creative energy. You know, people sitting there and they have a musical instrument, a case of musical instruments, people reading a book, and their mothers with their children there, old people smoking cigarettes, talking about their old troubles. Just when you step outside, there is a junction there with a huge traffic, you know, hundreds of cars passing by. And when you step in, you are suddenly in the middle of it feels like you're in the middle of the forest, and you do not hear anything from the traffic at all. Just one wall separating from you, and you are a completely different place, you know, underneath these trees surrounded by these beautiful plants. And there is no floor in a regular sense. So basically your chair, your feet is on the ground. So you're there sitting like you're in a campsite in a forest far away from the busy capital city of London. And because of the plants, because of the trees, because of the good energy the crowd has, there are lots of birds and they are singing, all sorts of birds, mostly blackbirds. We definitely gonna be back there.